Imagine having $10,000 a month for your video editing agency. What would that actually do for you? And what would that enable you to do in order to grow to that next level? Well, first of all, let's take a look at what that actually looks like. So there's roughly 20 working days in an average month. So when we want to make $10,000 a month, we're currently looking at charging $500 a day or $62 an hour. That's based on us working the full 20 days, which is more than achievable, but it can feel like a long way off when you're just starting out and you're currently only scraping together a couple $1,000s a month, if that. So what I wanted to do in this video was give you some tips around the do's and don'ts so that you can scale your video editing agency as quickly as possible. If you're new to the channel, then my name's Ross and I own a video production company here in the UK. We work for global clients all over the world on some really amazing projects. And in the space of a couple of years, I went from a desk in my parents' living room to running a full-scale production company. And of course, video editing is a huge part of our process. And in 2024, video editing agencies are going to be one of the most lucrative businesses that you can start. So one of the key things I see to anyone starting a business, whether it's a production company, videography business, or video editing agency, is that they work project to project. And their days and months simply follow this. They make a sale, they do some work, they're then on the hunt for more work, which leaves them with low pitfalls in their business. Then they find a client, make a sale, do a project, back on the hunt for more work. And that's not a sustainable business. The quicker you can build sustainability in your business and have a consistent and predictable cash flow is the day that you can really start scaling your business to that next level, because you know exactly what projects you've got coming in and you don't always have to be on the hunt for that next work. And you don't always have to be on the hunt for that next project. So you don't want to be working project to project. Instead, you want to be using something like our RCP system, which stands for regular content plans. Now, within video production, we use this to give a client allowance of filming days and editing days for a set fee every single month. I've created a training that I'll link in the description below. And also I've mentioned the process on this channel multiple times in the past. It's a really effective way to grow your business. And in terms of video editing agencies, what does that look like? Well, effectively, think of it like a subscription model or a bulk package discount, something that you can say to a business, a production company, a YouTuber, this is what I can deliver for you for X amount each month. It's discounted so you make a bigger saving and it increases their spend with you, gets them coming back to you, spending more money with you, and that predictability by having them contracted makes your life so much easier. The next thing you're going to have to get out the habit of doing if you want to break through those 10K months is stop selling editing services, because you just sound like every other beginner or intermediate person out there. The difference between beginners and the experts are selling solutions to people's problems. They're not selling services. We don't sell video production. We don't sell videos for businesses. We have deeper conversations to find out what challenges that person or business is facing, and you can easily use AI to find this stuff out or search Google, and then you can just connect that with the thing that you're selling. People who sell solutions are perceived as having much higher value, which means that they can charge much higher prices. The problem with being stuck in the cycle of feast and famine, where some months are really busy and you're making lots of money and other months are completely dead, and that constant loop of making a sale, doing the work, being on the hunt for more work, and etc., is that you become really reliant and really needy on your clients. Now, the person with the least to lose in a sales talk or a sales conversation has all of the power. If you're in a meeting with someone, they can sense it. You need the sale because you know you want to break this 10K month. You need to get the sale. It comes across as desperate. And although that's a very valid point, my actual tip here is to not sell at the first opportunity. Sometimes what businesses do is they rush straight into trying to make the sale without building up any rapport, without trying to get to know the person on the other side, without trying to provide a solution to their problems or even wanting to understand what problems that they're currently facing. So when you're emailing businesses, try not to sell to them, but instead try to provide some value. You might want to use a program called Loom, Loom, or just to use some screen recording software to go onto your potential customer's website, let's say it's a business, record the screen and talk them through the ways that you can repurpose their content or what you can do to actually help that person. By providing value at the start, it means that the sales process is so much easier because you can actually show them the difference that you can make to their business, which again makes you seem so much more valuable than just trying to sell editing services. The only objective of any email you send should be to get them onto a video call, because again, they're not going to buy from you just from a cold email, but they will entertain a face-to-face or a video meeting with you if they like what they see, if you've provided a solution to their problem and if you've provided some value. Once you get them in that meeting, you're then able to share with them examples of your work and start to move them across that sales process much easier. If they accept a meeting with you, then they already are in the buy-in phase. They're already looking for your services and they're acknowledging the fact that you could be the person to solve their problems. All you need to do now is just do a good job of backing that up with your case studies or your portfolio, or again, just giving them examples of, here's what your competitors are doing. This is what I think you should be doing. Do you agree? If not, let's kind of discuss and work out a way together that you can help them as a video editing agency. These tips are all about increasing your perceived value, making you more desirable to the person that you're trying to sell to. And that's important because the buy-in process, depending on your price point, changes a lot. And big companies, professionals and experts understand this, whereas beginners and intermediates are developing those skills. For example, when you go to the shops and you want to buy a packet of Doritos, let's say, what's your buying process? I'm hungry, there's a packet of Doritos, they're $1 or whatever, you go and buy that. It's pretty easy, right? Now compare that to when you're buying a car and you're spending, 10, 20, 30,000 or more on a brand new car. Your buying process is different, right? There's a lot more steps that you need to take to convince yourself or to make sure that this is the right purchasing decision for you. Now, that's the difference between when you've got someone starting out and they're charging maybe $10, $20, $30 an hour, and then you've got an expert that's charging anywhere upwards of $100, $200, $300 an hour. Now, could a beginner charge that? Well, yes, they could, but would they get any success? And the chances are no, because this person understands the buy-in process, and that's what in your journey you need to figure out all of these points. The same way as when we email people, we don't try to sell to them straight away. We move them onto the video call and we start to develop those tactics that enables us to increase our perceived value, along with examples of our work, case studies, testimonials, things like that. That's going to really make the person on the other side see you as the expert and actually see that value in what you have to offer. And this leads me nicely onto value-based pricing. Now, for a video editing agency, I would strongly advise going down the line of a value-based pricing structure and not an hourly rate. By all means, I would work on a day rate. Us in our production company, we build our prices into that. So we look at our costs, we look at our targets and all the rest of the things, and then the value that we bring, and that's what gives us effectively our day rate. So we build the value into that price, because some businesses will just want to know a price to buy from you, and other businesses will be happy with you to just dictate how much it costs for the project. But I certainly wouldn't be looking at working on per hour. I would be looking at working on per project. And what working on per project allows you to do is to build the value into that. Look at all of the aspects involved. Does it require multiple platform optimization? Does it require text animation, graphics? What is the depth of the work that we're doing? And obviously, as you get better at being a video editor, you will be able to do stuff much quicker. And that's why you either need to continually keep increasing your prices to reflect the value that you now bring, or you treat everything on a per project basis, and therefore whether it takes you 2 hours to complete that project or not, the client is paying on value. But remember, don't lower your prices based on someone's inability to see your worth. Video editing agencies is going to be a really big space in the coming years. So the fact that you're watching this video and you're thinking about starting, or you've already started, it's a perfect point to do that. If you want to know what I think the most lucrative niches within video editing agencies is going going to be, then take a look at this video here. I go through the top ones that I think are going to give you the quickest way to increase your revenue and really get your business off the ground in 2024. If you're not already, then please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Till next time, peace.